The Topeka Police Department K-9 unit was started in 1960 by two handlers that were sent to St. Louis to a dog training business in St. Louis, learned how to train patrol dogs, learned how to train and carry the patrol dogs, brought them back to Topeka, and in about 1961 the unit was up to approximately 4 dogs, up to where we're at today with 10 dogs in the program.
50 years of service in the K-9 unit means to me that there's been a lot of officers that have come before me and has served in the role as a Topeka Police K-9 officer and has carried the tradition to basically get us to where we are today.
50 years of service for the K-9 unit means that it's obviously shown that it's an influential unit, something that's needed and that works. Being in service for 50 years with no breaks shows that the dog is used and is used well.
50 years of service by the K-9 unit to the Topeka Police Department is an excellent example of a program that was well conceived, has been around a long time, stood the test of time, and is valuable both to the police officers of the police department and the Topeka community.
What I like most about being a K-9 officer is being able to have a tool with me all the time out there on the street. And this dog has the ability to locate evidence, drugs, or suspects. In most cases would never have likely been found without the abilities of the dog.
It kind of goes back to the pride of being in the K-9 unit of one of the longest running K-9 units in the country. I thoroughly enjoy the work that we do, helping the public, getting narcotics and drugs and criminals off the street.
The thing I like most about being a Topeka Police K-9 officer is the fact that I always have my partner with me. It's one of the only units in the department where we always have him with us. He goes wherever we go. He's always my back officer. By the push of a button, I can have him at my side, and he's always there for me.
I'm the type of person that very team oriented. The Topeka Police Department has, the K-9 unit has 10 guys in the unit, and all 10 of us work very closely with one another. And it's a very tight group and tight bond amongst the whole unit. The other reason that I like being a Topeka Police K-9 officer is because I like going out and working on my own to make my dog and my team a better team for the community. Meaning that, you know, the more time I put into it, even on my own personal time, that I know the better the results are going to be for the public. And once you see that as yourself and what you've done to accomplish those goals, it makes you feel that much better.
Overall, a K-9 handler and officer has the same duties as an officer on the street. We can do the same thing as an officer on the street what the public sees on the street. It's just we have an extra 4-legged partner that helps us.
We have to maintain our training, our proficiency in the dogs. We have to go into more dangerous situations than we'll clear buildings that have just been broken into. A subject that's wanted for a violent felony has just ran into a tree line. They send us in before they send any other officers in. The partner goes in first and attempts to locate the subject.
Our duties as a K-9 handler is to use these dogs to our advantage, because these dogs have abilities that humans will never have, and it's satisfying to me when the dog performs these tasks and finds that article of evidence or that bag of dope or that suspect hiding in the tree line, whereas otherwise would have never been found without the use of the K-9.
Your duties and responsibilities as a K-9 officer is first and foremost, you're a police officer. We have 10 handlers that answer about 3,500 calls for service a year, just as every other police officer down here does. Then you have the K-9 responsibilities on top of that, And last year in 2009, we deployed about 1,100 times with the dogs. That's on top of your police officer responsibilities. And then obviously you have the responsibility of maintaining the training, keeping the dog up to certification standards, and obviously you have that responsibility on and off duty. As the dogs live with us at our homes off duty, you have to maintain a safe environment for the dogs at home, the kennel, the feeding, the brushing, the bathing, the vet visits. All that stuff is the responsibility of a handler, on top of weekly maintenance training, which sometimes, is very rigorous, and while it's hot out or while it's cold out, the show must go on. So sometimes being a handler it's a hard job, but the people that's been in the program have always loved it.
My relationship with him, he's my best friend. I spend more time with him than unfortunately I do with my family because I'm with him more. When he's in the back seat, he knows exactly what I'm thinking before I can even think it. He can tell the difference between being excited and being happy to being upset with a call. He knows before most anybody else does. So.
And my dog, my partner, we do everything together. I take care of him at home. I work with him every day. We train every day together, and our bond is very, very tight. My partner knows what I expect from him. I can count on him when things go down, that I need his help. I know he's there for me, and I don't have to second guess it. So there's a very tight bond between me and my K-9 partner.
The relationship between me and my K-9 partner is basically we're best friends. He goes everywhere with me. We go home together. We come to work together. I don't come to work without him. He's always with me, and he's always there by my side, ready to go.
He's pretty much a member of the family. He goes home with us, comes to work, we do our job, goes back home. I see my dog more than I do my family, actually. So he's a great part of my life.
Yeah, I can speak for myself when I think of I've carried 4 different dogs for the agency, and all 4 of them have, tracked criminals for me, apprehended criminals for me, protected me, protected the citizens of Topeka. About every aspect of what we do, I have an example of that where the dog is performed as it was supposed to, whether it be tracking a criminal, tracking a juvenile that's run away, or a person that's lost, or anything along that lines. We've all done it. We do it every day. And that's what's so rewarding with carrying the dog and getting the team up to where it needs to be and go out and serve the citizens.
Pretty much every time we go out, he's going to lead you into a bad situation. Either it be an ambush down a dark alley or into a house that you have no idea if the bad guy's still inside the house. Just by watching him, he always keeps you safe because he's going to tell you prior to you finding the guy if he's there or not. So every day we go out is him teaching me or showing me that we're safe.
I've had 3 partners during my 10 years of being in the unit, and there was my very first partner. We were tracking a driver that bailed from his vehicle, leaving his 8-year-old son hanging out the window after crashing the car. Seeing that, knowing that we need to find this individual, we tracked. My partner pulled me through a privacy fence where the individual kicked through the fence, pulled me to the abandoned car. Could not see anybody underneath the car due to the tall grass. He went underneath that car immediately and started pulling him out.
I would say there's several big events that I've had while a K-9 officer. One would be seizing several $100,000 in U.S. currency on traffic stops, and it was all because of my dog alerted and indicated the odor of narcotics from the vehicle. After the search of the vehicle, found over $750,000 in the trunk.
The Topeka Police K-9 unit, for a very, very long time, in my opinion, has been instrumental in community policing. We, as a K-9 unit, not only go out and locate bad guys and assist other officers, but we also do a large amount of public demonstrations in the city and outside the city. We go to several schools all over the city of Topeka and do demonstrations. We speak to them about staying off drugs, staying in school, growing up to be a good role model. We also have even traveled to Kansas State University and done demonstrations for the veterinary school of medicine there. And you know, we're out there in the community. We want the community to know what we do and to see a positive light on what we do.
The K-9 unit has changed drastically in just the 13 years that I've been here. Obviously, there's a lot of changes that come out of the Supreme Court and changes that come just in general with the law enforcement. I would say overall, in general, our unit has taken a complete overhaul since when I came in the unit in 1997. We've changed styles of training, we've changed the way we deploy dogs, and just whether it's good or bad or indifferent, it's what is with the current times. And you know, I like where we're at today. I like the direction that we're going, and I see a good future for us as long as we stay on the path that we're currently on.
Well, if the last 50 years is any example, I see the unit around for a long time to come. It is valuable. We receive contributions from the community on equipment, and actually donations have been made for the purchase of animals. Dogs have been around a long time in law enforcement and military work. The question is not, are they valuable? The question is, how do we use them? And as long as we use them effectively, I see the K-9 unit around for a long time.